Hi, I'm Angela Pifer, creator of the Clean and Lean Revolution. Here's your question today. True or false? Your constant use of technology is training your brain to multitask, offering you the ability to focus well on many tasks at once. Let me know if these questions ring true for you. Do you have a hard time focusing on a single task? Do you have difficulty listening when one person is talking to you, like now? Are you often distracted by peripheral stimuli, like a text message or social network alert? And does this distract you from what you're trying to focus on in the first place? Most of us would answer yes to these questions, wouldn't we? These questions are the crux of the diagnostic criteria for ADHD. This diagnosis, once applied to a few, it's now become commonplace that the criteria seems to describe pretty much everyone. Your ability to focus, be still, have moments of boredom and moments of solitude are tied to your ability to perform optimally on a single task. And this is also crucial to your health and happiness. I think we can all agree how wonderfully effective meditation is at teaching stillness and quieting the mind. This mindfulness practice doesn't teach you how to bounce your attention around like a ping pong ball on a table. The health benefits come from this learned ability to be present and still without distractions. How is it then that most of us answer yes to these questions regarding distraction? This culture of distraction didn't happen overnight. This has become ingrained in each of us as we've ridden the technology wave, becoming more and more connected and distracted by technology. Let's face it, we don't have the healthiest relationship with technology. Using technology into the evening interrupts our sleep cycle, but we do it. One study showed that the more time a person spends on Facebook, the more dissatisfied they ultimately feel with their own life. This isn't doing our mental health a service. We are subjected to constant distractions, checking email through our computer and smartphone. Multiple browsers are open. We have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, text messages, Instagram, Pinterest, the news, video games, watching stocks. This is only a fraction of what is distracting us throughout the day. This is breeding a culture of people who are becoming increasingly distracted and less able to pay attention to anything for a reasonable length of time, let alone have the time and space to engage in deep, contemplative, perceptive thought. Think for a moment how connected to technology you are. If the power goes out in my house, I still walk in the room and flip the light switch on. This happens multiple times. This is a habit that is so ingrained that I do it without thinking. Technology has had the same impact on us. You likely check for emails and text messages sometimes without even thinking about it. And have you ever wondered why your phone has been quiet for so long and checked it to see if it was on and if the sound was up? Or your hand reached for your phone to check it without any notification being heard? Though you may feel like you're getting a lot of things accomplished with multitasking, many brain studies show that multitasking is a myth. And in reality, you're just trying to do too many things at once and overloading your brain's ability to concentrate. So the answer to the question today is false. Your constant use of technology is not training your brain to multitask. This constant distraction is making it difficult for us to connect with others. This includes our families. Research studies have looked at families in restaurants to observe if a device is used, how often, and the effect on conversation. These studies show that over 65% of adults either checked a device constantly during dinner or pulled it out at the end of the meal. And those families who did not engage a social device engaged each other more in conversation. Now, sometimes when I look at a study, I think, really, we needed a study to show this. I think we all know that this is happening, but do we realize how often it's happening? How often we grab out a device out of habit just to check it, just to stay informed? Do we realize the impact of this distraction on our health and the impact on our families as well? Just last weekend, we had my brother-in-law over for a barbecue. I went inside to grab some refreshments. It took about 10 minutes. And when I looked out, my husband and my brother-in-law were both standing in separate spots on the deck, checking their smartphones, where our 4.5-year-old daughter stood silently between them, looking back and forth at them. It was one of those really moments. These two brothers are best friends, and he hadn't seen his niece in a month, and this is how they're spending their time, staring at a screen. The fact that the phrase digital detox has become part of our vernacular and made its way into the Oxford Dictionary last year is proof that many of us would benefit from a weekend unplugged. Disconnecting technology can help you reconnect to your life. So let's do a digital detox. Each year I do a digital detox on the 2 main 3-day weekends over Memorial Day and Labor Day. So join me over the Memorial Day weekend, May 24th to 26th this year, Saturday through Monday, for a digital detox. Your goal is to unplug entirely for a 48-hour period and to minimize technology on the remaining day. If you'd like to unplug for 3 days straight, I highly recommend it. I'm going to unplug for 3 days straight, and I would love you to join me. So here's what you need to know to prepare for the weekend. It's highly likely that you will go through a bit of withdrawal from technology. You may feel your hand twitch to check a phone that isn't there. You may hear a phantom phone alert that never went off. Embrace this discomfort. This is simply a sign of just how physically connected you've become to technology. This shift is part of the process. This usually dissipates within the first day, and that's why I like doing a digital detox for at least 3 days, because we've got to get through the first day to really settle in. During the detox, yes, you want to be in the moment, and yes, it's a good idea to plan a few Zen moments as well. Go for a walk with friends, take a bath, read a book, make sure it's a paperback and not on a device, journal, write, meditate, and spend some time with family and friends. See if you notice how much more complete the conversations are without the constant interruption of checking a device. Let everyone know that you're going to do a digital detox so they can give you some space and they don't worry when they don't see you chime in on a post. You might even see if they'll join you in the process. The goal is to simply have an experience to slow down, recharge, and reconnect with yourself and others.